I want to welcome you all. My name is Daryl Gross, the athletic director here at Syracuse University. And we want to welcome you on behalf of the Chancellor, on behalf of our trustees, and a greeting to all of our fans, alums, everybody, for this special, special night. It's a night to honor two of our favorite people in the Syracuse family. It's a night to celebrate. It's a night to look forward to some great football in the future. And we're just excited that we can all gather tonight and bring the Syracuse family together. I want to start out by recognizing one of the great Syracuse football players of all time, one of the great student athletes of all time, who has grown up to go on and have a great NFL career, to become a businessman and give back to the community and be so engaged in the community, to have touched the Syracuse family in every way you can possibly imagine, who has gone on to wear the yellow coat and be inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame, who's been somebody who's not only a trustee of the university, but has been a true, true friend to not only the athletic department, but to the university. And he's one of the most graceful people that I've ever run into in my life. I'm so happy to have him close to me. I appreciate everything you've done for us, Art. And right now, I would just like to welcome NFL Hall of Famer, Mr. Art Monk.
It's good to be here with you tonight. Before coming, I had this odd feeling in my stomach, like I always do when I travel to New York. And I guess of all the years of my professional career, this has always been considered enemy territory. Having to come and play the New York Giants, they're being in our division, and it was always kind of tough playing against them. But this is my home. New York is where I'm from. I grew up being a Giants fan, and so it's always been somewhat of a love-hate relationship. But I've been retired for 13 years now, and recently there's been some excitement in my life concerning my career, obviously being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Great honor. It was a great weekend, being up in Canton, the celebration. And despite all of the hoopla around my career, really it caused me to think about the relationships and the circumstances and the opportunities that really helped me get to that platform. As I spoke about and that you saw in the film there, I can think of, gosh, just things that seemed like it just happened yesterday. Coaches speaking to me, giving me words of wisdom, teachers, even being on my first Little League team called the White Plains Tigers back in White Plains. It was you clap, but it was the worst experience I ever had. It caused me to think, okay, do I really want to do this or not? And but I decided it was something I really wanted to do, and that really kind of helped change my thinking and my attitude towards the game. And then I've had coaches encourage me, coming right up to Syracuse University. In fact, two coaches, Frank Maloney was one, and I will say this, something probably as no one probably ever knows. My freshman year was I was highly recruited, came to Syracuse because my mom said that's where I was going to school. And but I was rough around the edges, just like most young kids. And Tom Coughlin, who was my running back coach, got up in my face a couple of times. He had to, and just say, look, this is the way it's going to be done. This is where you're going to do it. If you can't handle it, then you need to pack your bags. And so I couldn't go back home and face my mom, so I stayed. But that helped. It really helped define me as an athlete and as a person. And after my freshman year, not to make him look bad, there were some things that kind of led up to this. Where Coach Maloney pulled me in his office and said, you know what, you're trash. You're not a part of this ball club. You're not contributing. You're not, you're just kind of on your own page. And him saying that, the word trash didn't bother me, but it's the fact that he thought that I was. And that off season, I just had to just really sit down and think about who I was as a person and how I was going to live the rest of my life. And a lot of the things that my parents taught me growing up about athletics and character. And, you know, athletics is great, you're talented, that's always going to be there for, not always going to be there, but it's going to be there for a short period of time, but it's who you are as a person, how you conduct yourself as a man. It's how people will always remember you and that will last the rest of your life. And so that was a defining moment for me. And by the end of my senior year, he pulled me in his office again and said, you know what, I don't think you're trash anymore. You've really matured, you've developed into a nice young man, a great athlete, yes, but even more a better person. And that really meant a lot to me, just to know not only that he thought that, but I'd come a long way. And just the support that I've got from university teachers and the rest of the coaches has just been tremendous and really helped launch me and prepared me for the NFL. And so I am indebted to the university, obviously not just because it's my alma mater and I had some great years there, but the support that I've got from the university and from the community was really special. And I appreciate that because it helped mold me and shape me into the person that you see standing here today and the person that you saw out there on the field. So just thank you very much. Appreciate it.